Hello and welcome to how to create a website using Weebly, part 3. In sections 1 and 2 we looked at how to create a website, the difference between free versions and paid versions. We looked at some of the main tabs and features. We looked at how to design your website and some of the templates that are offered, and we even started getting into some of the basics about how to design each one of those pages, as far as whether you want attachments, columns, pictures, or content, as far as like information. And what I'd like to do now for this part is to focus on the pages part. So let's go to the trial version or your website. And when we go to enter this, maybe you don't want a lot of information on one page. Sometimes that can get a little too confusing for the person who's actually on your site. So if somebody like went on my site here and I had a bunch of information on there, they could scroll down, and when you look at some of the things that we've created here, this long list of information can at times just get to be too cumbersome for somebody. And what you want to do is you want to just organize it into different sections so people can navigate through your website a little bit easier, and there's not maybe as much content to scroll through on each page. Now, to do this, it's very simple. The one thing that you want to do, notice that across the top, okay, these are your pages. So right now we only have a home page, an about page, and then also a contact. If you don't like these two, you can always change them, and then we can add any other. Okay, so let's see how we do it. On the top here, there is a pages link, and you want to click on that. Okay. Now, on the left-hand side here, over here, we'll highlight this for you. Here is a section where this is the pages that you have right now. You can keep them, you can change them. You're allowed to edit each one of those pages if you don't like them. Now, let's just say, for example, the about page. I don't know if I really want to keep it. Maybe this is going to be, I'm just going to call it content for right now. Okay, you can design it however you want. And then all you have to do is just hit save, and it will actually save that page for you. But I don't want to hit save just yet because I want to add some other features to it. Now, let's just say that we want to add a page. Maybe we have we want to do a standard page, and we want to name this page, let's just call it content number 2. Okay, this is going to be for some more information. Now, let's just say, for example, we'll do save and edit so you can see what this looks like. Okay, so notice that we have the home, we have the content, which I changed, a contact, and then content 2. So we've created an extra page over here. Let's go back in because there's a little bit more we can do. If you don't like where content and contact are, you can click on this and drag it, and it will move it for you, so you can very easily change the pages, and it will bring everything that's underneath all of these pages with it. But let's say now that we want to create a sub-page. Maybe there's a lot of information in this content 2 page, and you just want to break it up into other sections. It's very simple to do. This is where Weebly has really customized their site and made it user-friendly. Click on the add page again, and let's create a standard page, and we'll just call this content sub-page. Now, this is our content sub-page. I want to show you some other features that you can do with this page, and you can do this with any others. Down here, okay, located down the bottom, there is this advanced settings portion, and what you want to do is click on the advanced settings, and it gives you some other options. Now, for page title, you can actually name this page. It could be content sub-page. You can give a description. We'll call it information about our site. Meta keywords. Now, this meta keywords here is very helpful in helping Google and other search engines locate your web page. What you want to do is you want to put in very key specific words, buzzwords if you will, about your web page. Whatever content you're putting in there. You want to list these terms in here. The more hits that you get, the more that Google will be able to find it, so that when you're searching something, let's say, for example, my students are looking up information about ancient Egypt. Well, in the keywords there, I have ancient Egypt listed in there. So my website will get recognized by Google. If somebody doesn't know my web address, they can simply enter that information into Google, and then they would be my web page would be one that would come up. You can add information on a header, a footer. Typically at times on a footer, if there's information that maybe you want to put, like, I don't know, if it's a health site, my site is not designed to treat or diagnose any problems, but mainly it's simply for some informational purposes, so you can kind of whatever have you. Okay, now if we've added all of our features, now again, meta keywords, the more you can add, the better. The more information you can provide, the more chances someone will be able to find your web page in Google. But now this content subpage, we don't want to leave it. If we were to leave it as is, okay, let me show you something here. If we leave it as is, it becomes a heading across the top. You may not want that. You're thinking, wow, I'd rather have it somewhere else. Very easy to do. Let's go to Pages, and now we can organize this. Remember I showed you that you can click and move things? All right. Here's the cool thing. If you click this content subpage and you want it to be a subpage for content 2, you click and move it up, but then watch this. Go a little bit to the right and let go. Notice that it is indented. When it indents, this is now a subpage. It is that simple. We hit Save and Edit, and notice that our content subpage is gone. Well, now where is it? If you take your mouse and you put it over each tab, okay, we don't have any subpages there, but watch this. Notice that the content subpage has now opened up. So we've created more pages, and now we've created a content subpage as well. So now you can put all of the other information that you like down here. And remember, anytime you want to design your website, down in this region, you're going to use the toolbar on the left-hand side. You'll use everything along here that you need. You can hyperlink things, you can put all kind of text and documents and videos, anything that a fully functional website would offer. Let me go out of the editor here and let me show you my website, and I'll just show you what some of the subpages look like. Now for mine, because I have a social studies class that I teach, I want students to be able to access other things. So if we go to Egypt, for example, here are other pages that they can explore. And you can go to videos and readings and activities. We go to ancient Greece. I have information about Sparta, but then I even have a subpage off of that. So it can keep going. Your subpages can keep going as long as you keep indenting them. But notice here, okay, this is an important one here, where it says United States Constitution Center. This is actually a hyperlink. This is a link to another site. You can add this to your page. If there is a site that you feel is really helpful or useful, and you want people to be able to find it from your website, you can add it as a separate HTML page. And I'll show you exactly how to do this. Let's go over to our trial page that we have here that we're creating. And up here in the Pages tab, alright, this is what we're going to click. We're going to do a Pages tab, and let's add a page because we want to create an external link. Okay, we're not going to do a blog right now or anything. We're going to do an external link. I want people to be able to access information from my site. So you click on external link, and here is the link. Notice it has, okay, and here's where you know. At the right here, notice that there's an arrow. This arrow is signifying that it's taking you to an additional link. Okay. Now you want to put in the name of the page. This could be important information. Okay, and you can just type in the URL and whatever the URL may be, and I'm just going to leave it blank for right now, and then you would just hit save and edit. Now you can put it as an open tab. Notice that it has this link so that when you click on this link, you're ready to go. If you want to move it, you can move it as a subpage, you can move it as another subpage, or it can be of a page of its own. So let's leave it here. And let's hit save and exit. And notice that if we go to Content 2, we have a subpage, and then we have important information, and it highlights the external link. So this will really help you organize your information. What I strongly recommend before you begin putting information on your site, just think about how you want to organize it, what pages that you want to create, and what information you want to put on what page. It's very easy to do it that way. I made the mistake before where I started putting all of my information on this one page, and next thing you know, it was a mile long, and it was way too difficult to organize. And I'm just trying to help you out as far as organization. Now, while we're on the subject with pages, another really interesting feature is, let's say for example we had some content here, and you're thinking, you know, this would go a lot better if it was in the Content 2 section. I just don't like where it's at. I wish I could copy and paste it or move it. You can, and it's so simple to move it. As you move your cursor over where this section is now highlighted, there is an arrow. Okay, see this arrow key here? When you click on this arrow key, you can either move it or copy it. And if you move it, let's say we move it to Content 2 subpages. So we click on move, and look at this. We are now in the Content 2 subpage page, and here's the tab. So just like that, we have now moved it. So it's very easy to move things that are in your pages as well. Now, one final thing that I want to show you, that I want to use my site as opposed, because I don't really want to publish the information that we're just kind of using as a trial basis and going through as a tutorial. Okay, you have to remember that all the changes that you make, okay, all the things that you do, all the things that you add, and all these sub pages, okay, nothing will get published until you tell Weebly to publish it for you. So every time, even if you have your site created and you make some changes, people won't be able to see it until you officially publish. And you can keep publishing as often as you like. Think of publishing as a saving, and you're just saving the information so that other people can access it. So if someone else has your website open and you go ahead and publish something new, all they have to do is hit the refresh button on their screen, and everything on their computer is now updated. Okay, so how do we essentially save it? Up here in the upper right hand corner is the publish button. You want to click on publish, and it will tell you that it is publishing your information. You can share it to Twitter, you can share it to Facebook. I'm not going to do this Google Apps part, and I just close this out. And just like that, if I made any changes to this at all, it will now be saved. So play around with the pages part. If you have any questions about the design, the building part as well, or creating a blog or a store, please visit the part 1 and 2 segments as well. Again, this is part 3, the pages portion. Look forward to doing one more. I'm going to do a segment 4 on the settings portion, and then just some of the other features about how to do a slideshow or a gallery, some of the other features that Weebly has to offer. Again, if you have any questions, please post them on some of the videos for parts 1, 2, or 3, and have a great day.